Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Lions. Today's starting pitcher, Milt Altman. What do we need to know here about the right hand?
He ended up taking the loss. That's one of those you just have to shake.
Lamb. The 0-1.
Oh.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. In there at the knees. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Stays alive. Outside low, and it's 1-2. Just misses with that one. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Quick toss to first. Lintner back on a dive. Man at first, one away.
That's the ball.
He's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Makes the grab on the right. 2 down.
That's the ball. Strike one.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Lintner off of first with 2 away.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
That one misses, and it's 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
So
take your base.
Puts runners at first and second. Rivero matched a homer in his last game. Two on, 2 outs.
Yes.
First inning going a bit long, 23 pitches to this point. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Ball 2.
Sets him down on strikes. So they strand a pair. On to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and today's starter, George Jackson. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, got the W last time out. 6 innings, a quality start. Hey, if a guy will give you that, you'll take it every single time.
Leading off, David Reyna.
No, that's a ball.
That
Nope.
one close, ruled a ball. Ball 2. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenges. The 1-1. That clips the corner. That missed by a lot, and the count is filled up. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Ball. High.
The 1-0. In the air, right field, Gonzalez should have this one. He's got it. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. One out man at first. Now the left fielder, Billy Benjamin.
Most hitters are looking for a first pitch fastball. You're not really timed up for a changeup, so if it's well located by the pitcher, he can get strike 1.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Runner on the move. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it's through for a hit. Lead runner touches second, heading for third. The relay throw. He's in there.
Kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Runner on the go. On the ground to the left. Whips it across. 2 away. Dan McDaniel now at the plate. Left field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The run scores from second. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Does a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Quick move to first. McDaniel dives back in safely.
Oh.
And the 1-0. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Headed to the plate. Relay throw home. And he's out.
Out on the tag.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Man, I think his legs are feeling good in this one. He really tried to stretch it there to go from first all the way to home, but he ran out of steam a little bit as he came around third. Great relay from the defense, a quick tag at the plate, and they cut down the run.
We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Alfredo Calzado.
Up.
In the air to left center, Diaz on the move to the alley. And there's one away.
The heater is clearly giving him trouble early on in this one. I want to see him ready to swing against that pitch just a little more often.
Out to short, Berger. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting in, the right fielder, Felipe Gonzalez.
2 down, bases empty. Felipe Gonzalez, the next to hit.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong. Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
That one way inside.
Oh.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 2 down, nobody on. Good plate
That's
appearance
4. Take your
there.
base.
Able to take the walk. And he saw 8 pitches before earning the walk. Really professional AB. Now quick throw to first. Gonzalez back in on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps scoring a ball in the gap.
Gonzalez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Way out front for strike 2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Got it. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So 1 left for Kansas City. They trail it here 2-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Fletcher Burns.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And first offering is fouled off. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 1 down.
Batting in, the center fielder, Fred Diaz.
In the air, out towards left center. Calzado settles under this one. He's there. He's got it. And there are 2 down.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Roger.
Now here is Roger Saunders. Towards first, Lamb. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Top half of the 3rd inning. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Henry Lamb.
Ball, slow.
Right side.
No,
and it
that's
goes
foul ball.
just foul.
Ball.
Ground ball left side. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, Boog, it can be tough to get a good grip on the baseball when it's cold outside, and that's definitely the case right now here in the ballpark. It could have been something else, but I definitely know that feeling when your fingertips are numb and you really can't feel the baseball.
Runner on the go in the dirt. Safe at second, and that was not close.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal at second base.
And at second. Foul ball there.
Really good
that's
take,
a ball.
especially with 2 strikes.
That's the ball.
That one misses. 3-2 now. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's the left fielder, Luis Pena. 0 for 1 so far. 1-1 now. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hand.
That one found hard the other way. A base hit, in to score from third.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
First and second, 1 out. Bradford Rivero steps in for the Royals.
No!
Outside low, ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the second game of the series. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. He flips it to second in time. Double play. What a great killing to end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Set for the bottom of the third, digging in, David Reyna.
That's out the corner. Ball.
The 2-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Had him out front for strike 3. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball. And foul ball. The 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Billy Benjamin. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And the inning is over. So they make short work of him there. On to inning number 4. The Lions out front 2-1. Start of the fourth. Here's the center fielder, Alfredo Calzado. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. One pitch and one out.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Rocker launched a homer in his most recent game. This one in the air. Gallegos settles underneath it. 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And next up for the Royals, Felipe Gonzalez.
That timing aspect of when you trade for someone is so much bigger than fans realize, Big. Trade for someone at the deadline, that's about 2 months. But he's going to have more than half the season to be a difference maker.
2 down, nobody on. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That's a ball.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're down 2-1. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Strike. Woo.
Swing and a foul out of play. Struck him out without a swing. That K is his 3rd of the game. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball, and it's going to stay a strike. 1 challenge remaining for them now. There's the strike. And that one fouled off. The 0-2.
That's the ball.
Struck him out swinging. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. McAtee digs in now. Doubled in his first AB. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Close, but called the ball. And that is ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Curve in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the fourth. The Lions out front here, 2-1. New arm out of the bullpen, Damon Rogers. He last pitched 2 days ago. That misses, and it's 1-0.
Well, these Royals just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
He's got it, and there's one down. Fought off foul.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there. Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Now it's going to be Heath Lintner. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Two down, nobody on. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. KC down in order. And our score remains 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That one ripped right center field. Carrying well. Out of here. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball. But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Out towards right center field. Colzado pulls it in on the run. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Next to hit, Roger Saunders. Grounded out his first time up. One out, base is empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Late with the swing there. Missed with a changeup. Now 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Drilled out towards left center field. Colzado. Long run into the gap. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Rolled over to third. Slings it across, and that is that. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Now, Luis Pena.
The left fielder, Luis Pena.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still two challenges left for them. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Flashes the level and a run and catch. One up, one down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat. Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get two or three.
That one fouled off. Rogers, in his second season, he features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, and he works in a slider. This one popped up. Reyna in position, and there's two away.
Up next to the board, the third baseman, Bradford Rivera.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Damon Rogers won't go any further, and a good job from the opener. Didn't allow a hit. Back with the new pitcher in a minute.
Now,
Sam Baller taking over on the mound. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. And next up for the Royals, Bradford Rivera. Rivera went deep in his most recent game.
Ball.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Two down, nobody on, and we're the top half of the sixth. Fouled off left side. To the right side. Over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. The Lions with the lead 3-1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Ed Boone. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Leading off for the Lions, the shortstop, Cody.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead. Oh, a good hitter as well. There's a little bit more confidence in you for the at-bat.
And the strike is overturned after review. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Gonna count 1-2.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1 out.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now. To lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Next offering is fouled back. That one almost got him. Sets him down on strikes. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing beaming. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Victor Gallegos.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
No, that's a ball.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Nope, ball 2.
Good job to fight that one off. And there's a ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. The Lions have the advantage 3-1. We go to the top of the 7th, and now the center fielder, Alfredo Calzado. Foul ball there. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Got 3. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Right through there for a strike. The 0-1.
That's the ball.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The Royals trailing by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch. And it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
So up next, Felipe Gonzalez. And that drops in for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. In the dirt. Great pick. Got him. What a play. Nothing doing for the Royals. And they still trail it here 3-1. So the Royals bring on a new arm, Aaron Estes.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
For Syracuse, the right fielder, number 4, Dan McDaniel.
And there's a foul ball.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Ground ball to the right side. Lamb steps on the bag, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Up next for the Lions, the designated hitter, Jeff McAdoo.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front,
inside.
so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Here's a 1-1.
Ball.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
That misses the zone. Full count now. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Burns up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And now 2-0.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And
That's
another
a ball.
ball. out there to center. Calzado on his way over. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. We look ahead to inning number 8. The Lions lead it 3-1. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Mark Miller.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Slice to right. And there's one away.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
And it's fouled away. The Royals down by a pair, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Oh.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time. And they'll do it again. Laser could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Really important at bat coming up now.
And here is Pete Linkner, 1 for 3. In the air to left center. He's got it. Running tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next to the board, the left fielder, Lewis. Danger.
Tying run at the plate. Swing and he popped it up. And that's the 3rd out. Royals leave 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. Hector Corona takes over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the center fielder, Fred Diaz.
The center fielder, Fred Diaz.
Oh. Strike. Woo. Oh.
That one misses. Ball 3. In the air, right field. One down.
Up next for the Lions, the catcher, Roger.
And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. High at the plate, they'll overturn the call. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The 1-1. Foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That just misses, and that's ball 2.
Caught him break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Back to the top of the order. Now at the plate, David Reyna. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that ends the inning. The Lions have the lead 3-1. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Freddie Lindstrom.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Ball 1. Ball 2.
Lindstrom, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he occasionally uses a curve. This one in the air center field. And there's the 1 away. Lined into right. Out. Number 2. Last chance for the Royals. Alfredo Calzado getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a pop-up. Burns settles underneath it. And that is the ball game.
This is by no means an offensive outburst. Only 4 hits the entire game, but good teams find a way to win, and they did.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shaw. Thanks for joining us.